Around 150 families in Kattukolai village of Tamil Nadu have or claim to have received notices declaring their land as Waqf property. BJP MLA Vanati Srinivasan has spoken on it and said that there have been several instances of that nature across the state and across the country. She added that this is the reason that the central government brought the Waqf Act into the country. The notice reportedly issued by Syed Ali Sultan Shah claimed that the land in Kattukolai belonged to a local dargah and demanded that the villagers either vacate immediately or begin paying tax to the dargah. The affected families, who have been living in the area for 4 generations and depend entirely on agriculture for their livelihood, were left stunned by the demand. The villagers, many of whom possess government-issued documents for their land, gathered at the collector's office asking for protection and clarity. The situation has triggered anxiety amongst residents who now fear displacement and loss of their only source of income. Let's in fact listen in to what BJP MLA Vanti had to say.
There were several instances of that nature all over the state and all over India also. That's why the government is bringing this act to protect the interest of the people and ownership of the poor people. And it is a kind of a reform act. So to avoid all this kind of a conflict of interest. So now the people who are bringing those incidents or the claim about the property, now the people would realize that what our Honorable Prime Minister Modi ji is bringing this back only for the well.
Belly, my colleague, is joining us on the broadcast. Belly, it'll be very interesting and intriguing to understand that why has this kind of a demand come about from the Waqf Board, despite, palpable changes in this bill and palpable deterrence for the Waqf Board to exactly not be doing what they have just done here.
We need sources development say that this particular action of the Waqf Board by issuing notices to around 150 families in the Kattukotai village in Vellore district is soon after the Union government had passed the Waqf Amendment Bill, Waqf Amendment Act, and it has now come as a law. And so this is a kind of a repercussion from the Waqf Board that it could have sent notices, and around these many families, around 150 of them, are panic stricken now and running pillar to post to find out as to what would their exact legality stand. The notices from this particular Waqf Board says that they'll have to pay a rent towards a dargah and or in their lands for on which they have been taken charge over for generations. 4 generations is what they say would be treated as an encroached property and would be recovered from them by the Waqf Board is what they said. Now the BJP MLA Vanati Srinivasan has come to rescue, or we can say a relief of all these families, stating that this is the exact reason why the Union government has brought in this particular law, and this can be called as a reform act which has no conflict of interest, and this would certainly define as to whose this property belongs to, and there is no need for panic or anything. So people will be ultimately thankful for thankful to the Union government for bringing such a law to safeguard the property rights of people, is what the MLA Vanati Srinivasan has pointed out, Vinny.
Thank you for that.